Hello YouTube, Hunter Trucker here. Alright, how I got my CDL. Now, I didn't go to a CDL school. I met a guy who had a trucking company and told me if I worked in the oil field for 22 years. I worked from the bottom to the top. I went from a nobody, from a zero to a hero, but it didn't matter when the layoffs came. I got laid off. I worked a little longer than a lot of people did, but just luck, that I got to stay working as long as I did, really. It's not that I was some super hand or anything. I just was lucky to get to stay working. Anyway, I get laid off. My company had shut down, so I'd gotten some severance pay for a couple of months there. So during the time I had the severance pay, I started looking into getting into the truck driving, to start a career as a truck driver. So anyway, I had a buddy that worked for a mining company, and he ran a loader, and they owned some trucks. So anyway, I asked him, I said, hey, you think they might be interested in doing some hiring? And the first thing he said was, you got a CDL? I said, no. He said, well, they might train you and let you use one of their trucks to get your CDL. I was like, well, awesome, because I had already looked into the truck driving school, and they wanted $8,000 to go to truck driving school. That was ridiculous money for truck driving. So anyway, I go and talk to the boss, and he said, yeah, I will train you. Get your permit. So I go to the DMV, excuse me. I go to the DMV and get a book and start reading the book. I read it a couple times. I went up, took the test, got my permit, started with them, and rode with the trainer for 4 months. I tried to take the test a couple of times. Doing it myself, I had no idea about how to do the pre-trip. So the very first time I tried to do that, the very first time we went, the truck didn't pass. The GVWR sticker was not on there. So we had to wait. There was so many people getting their CDLs at that time, we had to wait a month before we could go back in. So we go back in, I get that knocked out, started to do the road test, is doing the air brake test, and it blowed a biscuit right on the trailer, and it lost a lot of air, so they wouldn't let me drive to do it. It was just one thing after another, and finally I get to do my backing. So I do my 3 backs, I do my road test, I get my CDL. I worked for him, and I stayed with him almost a year. I started looking into something that make a little bit more money. Sorry about that. So I decided to go over the road. It is December the 23rd right now, and I will go to work for a company doing regional in January. But that's how I got my CDL without going to a truck driving school. I found a company that was willing to train me and let me use one of their trucks to take the test in. And then I drove for them for as long as I possibly could. They didn't pay very well, which was man, if they paid good, I would stay hauling rock for them, but they just didn't pay very well. I'm looking into getting my own truck and starting my own company. So I managed a drilling rig for 12 years. Out of that 22 years, and there 12 of it I was a manager. So I think if I can manage a drilling rig, I can manage a big rig. Alright, Hunter Trucker, I'm out.